And we are back to the channel where we talk about everything US news, US headlines, and we break them down on TradingView for you as well. We've got some headlines to talk about, a lot of different things going on. So let's get right into it, all right? Again, if you're just tuning in, my name is James. I'm from the US, I'm from the Midwest, and if you know anything about the Midwest, there's not a whole lot going on there except for farming and sports, and I wasn't really very good at either of those. So I had an affinity for the numbers. I got into engineering, and engineering was kind of where I got a curiosity about the charts, and I took that curiosity and just started learning. And well, that's how it started. So stay curious, stay humble, and keep growing. And that's what this channel is all about. Like-minded people that are looking to grow and learn more about the headlines, the markets, and how they correlate. So here we go. Right now, let's get right into it. Okay. Let's take an update here at the S&P. S&P right now is sitting at 6833.33. Let's look at the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq right now is sitting there at 25,166.24. And if we go down here to the Dow is sitting right here at 48,074.95. All right. Now, also a little update about oil. Everyone's always curious about oil right now. Let me refresh this. West Texas Intermediate oil is sitting at 98.46. Remember, just yesterday, that did cross the $100 threshold. Brent right now is at 95.97. And if we go over here to the, here we go, right here to the VIX. The VIX is at 19.06, all right? Just a couple things to look at. And this represents a significant shrinkage compared to the 1.8% gain seen during yesterday's pre-market session. The momentum behind the ceasefire rally, or the not so ceasefire, is cooling off while the tariff deadline is now less than 24 hours away. So, today's broadcast, I'll clearly address some key points. Additionally, there is some certain data I won't be displaying during this live stream, specifically because detailed stress test tables analyzing the impact of the tariffs on various market sectors, etc., once they take into effect. Now, my assistant has downloaded the version available, and I'll let you know when you can get that, okay? If you want that, just reach out. Got it. There we go. And so one of the first things we'll talk about is tariffs, all right? These tariffs taking effect tomorrow morning. The market finally starts to blink at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time on April 11th. The 25% tariffs on Chinese goods will officially go into effect. Meanwhile, China's 84% retaliatory tariffs against the U.S. have already been enforced for 48 hours, okay? Now, what am I thinking? Well, during yesterday's trading session, the market finally began to react to the tariffs, not with a sharp plunge, but rather with a sense of low volume hesitation. So container bookings by importers have plummeted by 70%, yet the stock market continues to act as if nothing's amiss, right? So once the tariffs take effect tomorrow, do you think the U.S. stocks will experience a sell the news rebound, or do you think they'll have a kickoff, a new round of declines? Let me know, rebound or decline, put it in the comments there if you want. And let's talk about energy, the ceasefire countdown. The verdict comes in 14 days. Oil prices are hovering around the 93 mark, having dipped slightly lower than they were during yesterday's pre-market session. There are now 13 days remaining in the Israel-Iran ceasefire period. So, what do I think? Well, the market has already priced in 95% of the ceasefire scenario. Yeah, 95%. The remaining 5% hinges on whether there are actually unexpected surprises at the negotiating table on April 24th. My prediction is this: there will be no surprises. And Iran will not abandon its nuclear program. Yeah. And the U.S. will not, lift its sanctions. So therefore, oil prices won't stay in the $90-$95 range for very long. Yeah. So I'm going to wait until April 24th before making any moves. Let me know, what are you doing? Do you have any energy stocks? Type yes if you do, or no if you don't. If you have any, if you're looking at any energy companies, let me know which ones they are, and we can look at them, okay? Now, another one we're gonna take a look at is Tesla. This is the big one. Everyone's asking me about Tesla right now. And for example, it's basically the third shoe inventory story that has yet to drop. Yeah, Tesla is trading at around $332 in pre-market hours, slightly lower than yesterday's close. JP Morgan's $145 price is still on the table, and the data is showing an inventory of over 190,000 vehicles still remains unchanged. Yeah. So, yeah, what do I think? I think Tesla's earnings report is scheduled for April 22nd. Prior to that, any rally is likely to face selling pressure because this is institutional investors know that the inventory issue cannot possibly be resolved in just 3 weeks. Yeah, so bear that in mind. And regarding the Tesla inventory trend chart and the production versus sales data for the past 4 quarters that I just mentioned, if you want that, my assistant has compiled them and put them into a PDF. So if you want a copy, just reach out, let me know. Now let's keep going with this. For example, if you think Tesla's stock price will drop below, do you think it'll drop below 300 before its earnings report? Type 1. And if you think it won't, give me a 2. Let me know your thoughts on that. Now, another thing we have to look at is NVIDIA. This is another big one. NVIDIA, the shadow pricing of the HBM bottleneck. NVIDIA is trading, let's see here. We looked at, let's see, let me pull this up here. NVIDIA, right here we go. Greetings, welcome. Yes, welcome everyone to the channel. There we go. NVIDIA right now, the shadow pricing of the HBM bottleneck is trading around 187 at the moment, okay? The delay in SK Hynix's HBM4 production has already been priced in, but yet there's another variable that no one is discussing yet, and that's helium. If you don't know about helium, we gotta talk about helium. Welcome. Thank you very much for the likes. Glad you're enjoying it. Yes, very good. Thank you very much. Global helium supplies have been cut off by 30% due to the conflict in the Middle East. Got it. Yeah, trading gold and forex. Good. Glad you're looking at gold. That's good. Yeah, I'm also a gold and silver bug too. If you're looking at gold, and let's see, are you also into mining? Let me know. Yeah. So, helium supplies have been cut off by 30% due to the conflict in the Middle East. And without helium, there isn't any semiconductors. Helium is very important in semiconductors, and the full impact of this issue may not become apparent until the end of Q2. Yeah. Now, here's a question. Are you more concerned about the bottlenecks of AI hardware, or are you more concerned about the impact of tariffs on tech valuations? Let me know. Hardware or tariffs? Which one of those is more important to you? Okay. Now, currently, I'm still watching the markets. Once the market officially opens, I'll be keeping a close eye on the following. Yeah, now that the market's open, I'm watching this, whether the S&P can hold on to the 0.6 gain it established in pre-market trading, or if it turns negative during the first hour of trading, it would suggest that investors are actively reducing their positions ahead of the tariffs taking effect. Now let's also look at the retail sector. Okay, let's look here at companies like Walmart and Target. Okay, so looking at companies like Walmart and Target in the retail sector, which rely heavily on Chinese supply chains, they may experience greater volatility today compared to broader market. Yes, actually, and again, for those of you making the comments, I do appreciate the comments. For those questions, it looks like they're more specific to your goals and your strategies. Send me a message, and I'll answer that with a better, more clear answer outside the stream, because those will take more time and more analysis. Okay, but I'll get back. Send me a message, and I'll get back to that. All right. And got it. Johnson, thanks for the insights on that. Send me a message and let me know your strategy on that. I'm curious, okay? Just send me a TikTok message and tell me more about that. Here we go. And, okay. If today's trading volume falls more than 20% below the 30-day moving average, it could signal that major capital is still sitting on the sidelines, and that's not really a good sign, okay? Some of you might already be asking, what should I do with a certain company I'm holding? Well, that's an excellent question. But again, like I said, I need to see more about your exact strategies, your exact goals, and what you're looking for and what you're holding right now. So reach out directly to me. Again, you can see my contact there. Let me know the ticker symbol and your strategy, how you entered and how you want to exit. And again, I'll get back to you with some more complete details about what you're doing and if I can offer any insights, and I'll address them specifically in personal and private replies. Thanks again for your comments. Yeah. And also, for example, those are a bit of my insights for right now. For one of the things, if you're enjoying this channel and you're getting anything out of it, and you appreciate the information, hit that notification bell. I'm here every day, rain or shine. Sometimes it rains and sometimes it shines at 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. And if you don't turn on the notifications, you'll be one step behind the market always. Yeah. And also, for example, again, you'll see my details there. Remember, today's passcode is APR10PRE, and my assistant will put you into an exclusive analysis group. And with that analysis group, I'll share some extra thoughts and insights in the group. For instance, my initial reaction to the tariffs going into effect after today's market close. It'll be available to the group half an hour before it appears on the live stream. And if you'd like the Tesla inventory data spreadsheet and the tariff stress test PDF I mentioned earlier, just simply ask and we'll get that for you. There are no strings attached, and I just ask for one thing in return. Let me know that you, when you send a message, that you got it from this live stream. And remember, these 24 hours before the tariffs take effect, cash is your best friend right before the tariffs. All right, so let's get right into it. Okay. Let's go with this right here. Bum, bum, bum. Now, so again, let's start out. There we go. Bum. Yes, good questions. Again, I'll personalize those answers in a message after the live stream. Thank you very much for those. Now let's talk right here. We talked about tariffs, let's talk about energy. So going right here, for example, some of the major energy ones, let's talk about Exxon right here. here is Exxon. This is a big one in the news right now. And as you can see, one of the things I'll introduce to you quickly right here on this is the RSI. What's the RSI? Many of you already know. For those of you who don't, this is for you. For those of you that already do know, I don't mean to bore you. Relative Strength Index, RSI. For example, looking at this indicator, there's your overbought line at 70, and this is your oversold line at 30. And again, these are just guides because they can go way overbought before they market correct and come down, or they can go way oversold before they rebound and come back up. And then in the middle, this is your very neutral area between about 45 and 55 in there. So looking here at Exxon right now, it's sitting at 153.59. As you can see from the price chart, it is doing some market correction right now. You can see the same thing in the RSI right here, okay? Now, let's see, Manuel, you're welcome. Again, let me know. Again, send me a message with what you're doing right now as far as your goals and strategies. And let's see, yes, and I'll answer that question again. Send me a message, Manuel, and I'll answer that question as well, okay, about the RSI. I can answer that about the RSI and the MACD. Send me a message, no problem. Also, here's another one I want to introduce to you as well, is the MACD, the moving average convergence divergence right here. As you can see, just to super simplify it, the MACD, the blue line, when it crosses the orange line going down, you're going to have a downward chart pattern like you do right there. Now, when it crosses the orange line going up, as you see right there, crosses the orange line going up, you will see right here, for example, an upward chart pattern. Now, that's a super simplified summary of the MACD. If you want to know more specifics on how that works, let me know. But that's that. Now, let's go on right here. So, for example, looking at Exxon, one of the big energy ones right now, for example, it had, what was it, back on March 30th, it had peaked out at 176. Now it's market corrected at 153, and the RSI is still pretty close to neutral at 43 right there. And look at all these trade volume bars. For example, right now, trade volume is sitting at 1.4 million. And Wells Fargo, in case you're curious, Wells Fargo maintained an overweight rating on Exxon and raised its price target to $185 per share from 183. No other actions or financial details were reported in the summary. And again, that's on TradingView. If you're wondering what software I'm looking at, that's TradingView right there. Again, good questions. Send me a message and I will return. I'll respond after the stream. Thank you. And here we go. Just a couple quick ones for some chart patterns, if those are helpful for you. Right here, here's your double bottom. And you can see they hit the same bottom right there. Here's your neckline, and then bang, it goes up. That's a quick one. And then right over here, let me go right over here. I'll get you a couple more patterns to look at right here. And again, some of these patterns jump out easily, some of them do not. This one right here, for example, right here, here's your reverse head, left shoulder, right shoulder, there's your neckline, and bang, it goes up. Again, there's a lot of these patterns. If you're curious about certain specific patterns, feel free to reach out and send me a message. Let's go right here, dun, dun, dun. Again, you can see a lot of these jump out. Some of them are more straightforward than others. Again, many patterns. Let me know if you want to learn more about those. And right now, let me follow you up with some of the fundamentals right here. So again, right now, West Texas Intermediates at 98.48. Brent is sitting there at 95.96. Now again, with that, keep in mind, since oil has gone back up, so has the strength of the dollar. And if you're curious about gold, right here, yes, let's see, no problem, Manu, no problem at all. Message me and I'll get back to you after the stream. And Gerard, yes, nice to see you too. Welcome back. Happy Friday, everyone. We've made it one more week. And you're not disturbing me. I enjoy the comments, and I promise I'll return the comments in a message after the stream is over. So happy Friday, everyone. And here we go. For example, gold heads for a weekly gain as traders weigh their Iran truce prospects. So as the oil goes back up close to 100. Remember, it was at 100 yesterday. So the value of the dollar goes back up, and gold is headed for a third weekly gain as hopes for a diplomatic resolution of the war in Iran sustained buying by central banks. So bullion right now is at 4765, basically on track for a weekly gain of almost 2%. So we'll also look at some of the miners. If you're interested in gold or silver, we'll look at a couple miners later on, and we're looking at Exxon right now. We'll also take a look here at Chevron as well. Dun, dun, dun. Here we go. Here is Chevron. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Now again, right here you can see Chevron is also correcting with what's going on. Right now, Chevron's RSI is down there at 39, right there, and currently it's at 188.59. And as you can see, correcting right there and right there on the price chart. Here, you can see it also reflected there on the MACD as well. Now, I would watch what's going on with Iran, and I would watch the price of oil very closely because it's very volatile right now. So, for example, right now, as you can see, with the price correction, volume is dropping. Volume is at 809,000. Market cap is at 376 billion. Okay, and we will get into some of the earnings and revenues later on with some of the other tickers. I just wanted to show some of these real quick, just to get an update about oil and some of the prices. Again, we can look at chart patterns. See, here's a couple that jump out at me right here. Here's your reverse, left and right. Again, we can do these all day long. Here's a double top with your neckline right here. Bang, it goes down, and then right over here, here's another one you can see. And some of them break out more than others. Some of them don't break out that much at all. But again, there's that. Now, again, we talked about energy. Another energy I want to look at here, right here. For example, here's another one. Let's look at ConocoPhillips. That's another one. COP. Here, this is another energy, popular energy ticker that you might be curious about. Right here. Pull this down. And again, if you're wondering what software I'm on TradingView. Okay, right here. And again, ConocoPhillips is also market correcting right here. Dun, dun, dun. And right here you see the RSI. RSI is sitting there at 46. Very, very neutral actually. And also the MACD, you can see it trending down. 122.57 is the current value for ConocoPhillips. And right here we have less trading volume. And Castle, greetings, howdy. Yes, happy Friday. Right here, it sent us volume rise at 686,000, and market cap is at 149 billion right there. And again, if you want to see chart patterns, just let me know. And let's go to another one. Let me do one more energy before I move on. Right here, there's Chevron. For example, here's one. Let's do this one. Constellation Energy is also one that I get asked about a lot. So let's do that one. Constellation Energy. Yeah. If you're into the energy, if you're holding a lot of energy, let me know. Here we go. And if you're curious about Constellation Energy, Constellation Energy engages in the generation, supply, and marketing. Greetings. Thank you for the likes and the shares. I appreciate that. Engages in the generation, supply, and marketing of clean electricity and renewable energy products and solutions. The firm also offers wholesale energy, retail products, and services. Yeah, so here's Constellation Energy. Another one I get asked a lot about right here is 45 RSI. And right here, actually, because it is a this one is a clean electricity and renewable energy, so it's in a little bit of a different department than the oil would be. So right here, it's actually rebounding right now, and they're sitting at 285.01. And if you want more information on them, just always feel free to reach out. Okay, now that's a little bit about the energy side, and also let's go on to some of the, I get asked a lot about Tesla. Okay, so let's take a look here at Tesla, TSLM. If you're, please be my, okay, Osatex, greetings, thanks for the message and the like. Send me a message and I can give you some more insights, okay? Very good. Let me know what sectors you're looking for. Just go to my profile, you'll see the message button, send me the message, okay? There you go. And thanks, Osatex. And right here, looking at Tesla. Many of you have asked about that. Here we go. Now, right now, if you're looking at the RSI is sitting here at 35. Not completely oversold yet, but look at this RSI slowly going down. It's the same with the price chart. Look at that. Okay. Now, with what's going on with Tesla, you see a lot of trade volume. You see all that volume right there, and part of that is because, especially with Tesla's trading around at 345.86. Slightly low. JP Morgan's $145 price target is still on the table, and the data is showing an inventory of over 190,000 vehicles remains unchanged. So that's a lot of inventory, okay? And yes, greetings, hello, welcome to the channel. I see your message there. If you have questions about anything, always feel free to drop me a message. Now, Tesla's earnings report is scheduled for April 22nd. Prior to that, any rally is likely to face selling pressure. This is because institutional investors know that the inventory issue cannot possibly be resolved in 3 weeks. Yeah, so looking right here, let me just show you a couple things right here as we go. Here's your head, here's your left shoulder, right shoulder. There's your chart pattern to actually push that down, okay, you see that? And then looking over here, I'll give you a couple more quick ones before I move on. Right over here. Yeah, here's one that jumps up too. You can see this one right here. Here is your head, left and right shoulder there. Bang, drops it down. And then right over here, you can kind of see a little bit of a similar thing. Here's your same thing here. There's a lot of different patterns. If you want to learn more about different patterns, feel free to, again, ask that. Send me a message and we can talk more about that. Also, right over here, let me give you back to the, yeah, so right here again, we're looking at 345.85, and you can see that right now, again, it's actually correcting, and yeah, look at all this trade volume. Tesla plans a smaller, lower cost EV to boost volume amid weak demand with possible initial production in China. Company warned this could further squeeze automotive margins. Right now, the volume is at 10.3 million and market cap is at 1.3 trillion. For everyone asking me about Tesla, that's a little bit of information there. And let's go right over here. Obviously, tries to, yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Again, they have inventory problems that cannot be solved in just 3 weeks. And for example, again, regarding the Tesla inventory trend chart and the production versus sales data for the past 4 quarters that I just mentioned, if you want that in a PDF, yes, you can always reach out and ask for it, and I'll send it to you later after the stream if you want that. What do you think? Do you think Tesla's price will drop below 300 before the earnings report comes out? Let me know. Give me your thoughts on that, okay? And let's keep going. Another one I get asked about is a lot is about, here we go, NVIDIA, yes. Papa, greetings, happy Friday, and thank you for the comments. Keeping it positive, yes, indeed. Hopefully this week was a good week for you. And to everybody else, yes, happy Friday as well. Okay, looking right here at NVIDIA. Again, right now it's at about 186.43. The delay in SK Hynix's HBM4 production is hardly been priced in, but there's another variable that's often not really talked about yet, and that's helium. Again, global helium supplies have been cut off by 30% due to the conflicts in the Middle East, and without helium, there are no semiconductors. Helium is very important for semiconductors, and the full impact of this issue may not even become apparent until the end of Q2. So bear all that in mind. And for all of you that are thinking one way, thinking another way, and you have your questions, you have your doubts, what's more important to you, the hardware side or the tariff side? Let me know, all right? Got it. Thanks, Papa. And got it. Okay. And let's take a look here again at NVIDIA for a second. Right now, bang, we are at 59 right there for an RSI, relative strength index. And as you can see, NVIDIA is rebounding. You can see that in both the RSI and the MACD. And look up here at this price chart. Right now it rebounded. It was at 164. Now it rebounded to 186. And interestingly enough, the trade volume right now is not as high as it could be. It's only at 32.99. Just a nice update for you here. CoreWeave's $21 billion Meta Cloud deal through 2032 will use NVIDIA's Vera Rubin AI platform to supply long-term AI inference capacity, highlighting NVIDIA tech in the contracted infrastructure. Yeah, what this is talking about is this. Where is it? Apple CoreWeave. Meta. Hold on. I've got that here. Where is it? Yeah, for example, this is what this is talking about. Meta and CoreWeave agreed to $21 billion deal, in case you're watching that one. Where is it? Yeah, here. CoreWeave and Meta continue to climb on Thursday after two companies inked an expanded partnership that will see CoreWeave supply Meta with AI compute capacity through 2032. And yeah, Meta was one of the Mag 7s that were up on Thursday. Yeah, in case you're wondering, yeah, that's what, for example, we're looking here on TradingView. That's the update that I'm getting on TradingView, and then that's where that update is coming from. Yeah. Max, okay, we'll do it. Thanks, Max. And send me a message, Max, and let me know why you're curious about Nebius. I'll look it up for you, but send me a message and let me know why you're curious about Nebius and what you're doing with it, okay? Here we go. Nebius. All right, there's that. I will get to that one in just a moment. It's going crazy now. Okay, got it. And it's all got it. Okay. Let me know. Yeah, I'll look at it right here. Let me know what you're doing with it, okay? Here we go. Let me finish up on NVIDIA. Right now, NVIDIA's volume is at 33.1 million and market cap is at 4.55 trillion. And again, if you want more information on NVIDIA, let me know. Here we go. Got it, Max. Thank you very much. Let's see. And okay, we just had a request for Nebius. I'm going to take a look here at that. This is for you, Max. I need some likes and shares from you, Max. All right, Nebius Group is a technology company that provides infrastructure and services to AI builders worldwide. It offers It offers Nebius AI and AI-centric cloud platform, provides full stack infrastructure, including large-scale GPU clusters, cloud services, etc. And let's see, got ICT. Okay, Alex, I'll look at ICT as well for you. Alex, I need some likes and shares from you, okay? I'll get to that one in just a moment. But here we go. Here is Nebius right here. Bum, bum, bum. Nebius, right now, as you can see, yeah, it is actually, like Max said, it's going up quite a bit. Here we go. As you can see right here in the RSI, it actually went from 41 up to basically oversold on the RSI. 71 right now. You can see that here in the MACD as well. On the price chart, it went at right here. Here we go. Price chart, yeah, it went from 92 and it's at 145 right now. Max, you are correct. Good job with that. 145.26. Okay, if you're selling at 148, you'll be selling soon. There you go. Yeah, volume right now, let's see. I'm surprised the volume isn't higher, but the volume right now is at 8.8 million. Market cap for Nebius is at 36.5 billion. Let's see. Got it right here. And let's go. If you want more information on Nebius, Max, feel free to reach out. Let's see. Let's see. Can you, Alex, can you give me the ticker on that? Can you give me the ticker on that? ICT. Is that a U.S. Publicly traded? Yeah, I'm not. Alex, ON. There we go. Okay, ON. Got it. Okay, Alex, I got you. ON right here. ON semiconductor. Okay, why not? ICT cores. Hold on. ICT cores. Oh yeah. Okay, got it. ICT cores. There's one right there. I got you, Alex. And thank you very much for the likes and the shares. Got it. And here we go. So, dun, dun, dun. All right. For Core is an online learning platform which engages in the provision of online courses and degrees from universities. Okay, really quick. Here we go. This is not a very good price chart. And right here, RSI is sitting at 38. And right now it's at 5.38 and dropping. It's market correcting right now. And again, if you send me a message, Alex, and I'll give you more analysis on this, okay? Just go to my profile page, you'll see the message button, and I'll get you that, all right? And you also asked me about ON. Here is ON Semiconductor. Again, engages in the provision of intelligent power and sensing solutions with a primary focus on automotive and industrial markets. It operates through power solutions and analog mixed signal. Here we go. And right here, this one actually is rebounding at the moment. It went from RSI of 35 to the RSI of about 64. You can see that in the MACD as well. And right here, it actually also rebounded from 55. It's up at 68.84 at the moment. And here we go. Volume is at 876,000 and market cap is at 27.09. Again, here's your yeah. Alex, I'll get send me a message and I'll get you some more on ON Semiconductor as well. Okay. And okay. Again, a lot of these, I'm getting a lot of messages here. Send me, for example, send me a message and I'll break down and I'll give you some extra information analysis on ManForce, okay? Yeah, I see your message. Got it. Yeah, I'll give you the analysis after the live stream. Just send me a message, okay? There's that. Max, thank you for the questions. I'll get to your message afterwards. Okay, now going back here to where was it? Yeah, NVIDIA. We were on NVIDIA. And let's do another one. I wanted to look at, because we were talking about NVIDIA, I also wanted to talk about Intel, because Intel is also, in case you're not aware, I think Intel and Musk just teamed up. I think Intel is going to also work with Musk on his Terafab project. Mike, thank you very much for the likes. I appreciate that. If you are enjoying the content, if you are, let's see, NPC. NPC, you could just look here in the comments and you can see my my contact information right there, okay? Yeah. All right. Again, looking at Intel. Again, why am I looking at this? Because Intel just also partnered up with Elon Musk's Terafab project, and Elon Musk is also dominating the headlines with his SpaceX, XAI, and their possible soon to be IPO. Okay. I found your channel. Tita's Quest. Yes, no problem. Glad to have you here too. Again, I'm going through a lot of information. Always feel free to reach out. You can send me a message. My contact is here in the comments, if you can see that. Also, where is it? Where's my... One second, I'm trying to find. Yeah, if you can't find my contact information, just ask me. But it should be right there in the comments. Yeah. Okay. Looking right here again. Intel expands multi-year deal with Google Cloud to supply future Xeon data center CPUs and co-develop IPUs for offloading networking, storage, and security to financial, yeah, and they also actually were Intel. Let me find you this one. Intel joins. Yeah, here we go. Where is it? Right here. Yeah, Intel joins Musk's Terafab AI project to power humanoid data center goals. Here's the article on that, in case you're wondering. Intel said. Yeah, Intel is going to join Terafab, Elon Musk project to make processors powering the tech's billionaire's robotics and data center ambitions. Intel jumped 2% after the announcement. There we go. And so I was going to show you that right here. Here's Intel. And as you can see, yeah, they're also on the rebound. Right here, they went from 41 up to oversold 75 on the RSI. Look at that right there. And then... Oh, it's okay. Got it. Well, thanks for trying. Here we go. Done. Right here. They went from 40 all the way up to 62.87. Again, that's Intel. Greetings. Hello, chill guy. Hello. And right now you can see that on the MACD as well. Yeah. So FYI, look at the volume right here. The volume is at 28.95 million. And market cap is at 315 billion. And here we go. Yeah. And so that's Intel. Another one I was going to talk to you is about, where's the... Oh yeah, here's another one. TSMC is also in the headlines. TSMC is a big one. They just posted Taiwan Semiconductor jumped in 35% in revenue to record highs. And where was that? I had that in my notes here. Oh yeah, strong first quarter revenue of $35.6 billion, 35% rise. and the demand from Apple and Nvidia is helping that a lot. And again, that's why we're talking about Nvidia and Apple as well, because they're all integrated and all working together, basically. And just in March alone, Taiwan Semiconductor reported 45.2% year-over-year rise. So I thought we'd look at them too. Go right here, Taiwan Semiconductor, right here, bang. Okay, here we go. And yeah, they also talk about that right here in the TradingView news as well. And yeah, right here, you can see this. Look at this rebound right here. It went from 315 to 376. And right here, you can see the same rebound in the RSI. The RSI went from about 37 up to about 64. Really same thing, you can see right there in the MACD. So again, right here, the volume, note the volume is at 4.89 million for trading volume, and then market cap is at 1.6 trillion. Yeah. Oh yes, Darkman, I like the question. Actually, that's probably the reason why I'm talking about Intel. That's probably the reason why we're talking about a lot of this stuff, because it's all integrated. We just went over Tesla as well. Yes. Actually, Darkman, send me, go to my profile page, go to message, and let's talk more about that, because I have to get through a lot of the stuff here on the stream. Send me a message and I'll share more of my insights about that. Okay, let's keep going. Yes. Yeah. And happy Friday to everyone. All right, Taiwan Semiconductor, here we go. Again, a couple chart patterns before I move on. Here's your double bottom. See that they come down to the same place, double bottom neck line and breakout right there. And the same thing right here is your double bottom. And then right over here is your double bottom neckline. And the double bottom does what it's supposed to do here. It makes it break out and go up right there. And as you keep going, you'll see here's another chart pattern that jumps out. Here's your reverse head, left shoulder, right shoulder, neckline, breakout. If you want more info on chart patterns, also feel free to reach out, that's okay. But let's keep going here. Another one I was going to talk about is, another one I get questions a lot about is Palantir, because right now Palantir is doing a lot of price action as well. PLTR, here we go, Palantir. Okay, right here, Palantir. Most people know about this, but in case you don't, engages in the business of building and deploying software platforms that serve as the central operating systems for its customers through commercial and government segments, etc. But this one, yeah, look right here, it is big time market correcting. And with this market correction, look at this trade volume right here, bang. And with that correction, the RSI just dropped from 50 down to almost 31 right there. And here we go. You can see that also here in the MACD. Went from 155, and that was on Wednesday, 155, and right now it's at 124. There's your drop. So anyone that's looking at Palantir, that one's for you. Got it. Okay. And if you're looking for a couple of chart patterns there, let me show you a couple before I move on. Again, here's one. Where is it? Zoom in, zoom out. There you go. No, let's keep moving. Again, volume is at 32.4 million, and market cap is at 296.9 billion. Look at this, yeah, right here. You see the trading volume moving with that. Also, so that's a little bit on the tech side, and right here. Also on the retail side, many companies like Walmart and Target, which rely heavily on Chinese supply chains, may experience greater volatility today compared to broader markets. And if today's trading volume falls more than 20% below the 30-day moving average, it signals that major capital is sitting on the sidelines, which isn't always a very good sign. Let me take a look here at Walmart for you right here. Yeah, here we go. Walmart, dun dun dun, one of the big retailers. One second, let me refresh this. There we go. Here we go. Looking at Walmart at the moment. Yeah, for example, Walmart right now is already correcting. It's went from actually 129 down to 127. And you can actually see that already showing up in the RSI. See that correction right there? It went from 59 down to about 55 on the RSI. And then also looking over here, just look at that price chart, the correction right there. That could possibly be already affecting it. So right now, volume right now is at 2.64 million. Market cap is at 1.01 trillion. And again, if you want more information, just let me know on that. But let's keep moving. Let's go to Target right here. Target, bang, here we go. And yeah, again, no surprise here. Tariffs are looming. Here's another market correction. It went from 124 down to 122. And you can see that here in the RSI as well. Look at that. It went from 64 down to 63, 64 down to 59. So you can see even on the indicators, it's correcting. The MACD, it does have a bit more of a lag in it. For Target right now, the volume is at 532,000. Market cap is at 55.5 billion right there. And again, if you want more information on the retail side, just ask, let me know. And all right, that's that. And let's go back up here to, oh yeah, here's another one I wanted to show you. Since we were talking about oil and we were talking about the changing price of oil, I wanted to show you how the metals and the miners also correlated with that, okay? So let's go back over here. Right now, for any of the gold or silver bugs out there, right now it's at 4795, and that's gold. Silver is at 76.6. Now, I just wanted to quickly show you how, if you're looking at the miners, some of the big miners, how that might have adjusted their charts. Let's go to Newmont right here. Newmont very quickly, as you can see, is actually rebounding on that, which is actually what it's supposed to be doing. Because now that, again, I'm looking at TradingView. If you're wondering what software this is TradingView right here. Yeah. So here you go. Here's the continued rebound. And right now, the update on oil, let me show you this right here. Okay, West Texas Intermediate is sitting here at 97.65. Brent crude is at 95.5. And again, that affects the price of the metals, which affects the charts of the miners. It's all correlated together. So here we go. Newmont right now is at 121, and that's actually even already rebounded from 119. And you can see that in the RSI, it's rebounding in both indicators. Yeah, so volume right now, as you can see, is at 1.3 million. Market cap is at 131.86 billion. And let's keep going. Let me show you another one. That's Newmont. Another one, maybe let's do, for example, here's another big one, Freeport McMoran, that's another one. If you are into metals or miners, here you go. Yeah, again, it's interesting how quickly the price of oil changes, how quickly that affects the value of the dollar, how quickly that affects the miners here. Yeah. Got it. Here we go. Bang. Do you have any Heavenly Sage, thanks for reaching out. Good question. Yeah, I appreciate your thought out question, but that's not something that's just a 2-second answer. That's something that takes a little bit more time, and I'd have to talk to you about your strategies and your goals and things like that. So what I would say is let me finish the stream. Reach out to me, send me a message, and let me know what you're looking at and what your what your goals are, and we can talk more. Okay, so just reach out, send me a message, and I'll get back to you after the live stream. Okay, thanks for reaching out, and I'll talk to you soon. So right here, and good job getting started. Good job again, being one to keep learning and keep growing. That's always important. All right. So again, here's Freeport McMoran. It also is still rebounding because of what's going on with the oil and dollar. Let's see. I missed the message. Okay, got you, Dark Man. Got it. Okay, so here we are. Right here, we're talking about oil. Yes. Since you mentioned that, yeah. Here we go. West Texas Intermediate 97.29, and Brent crude is at 95.25. And if I go over here on the oil side of it, here's U.S. oil is at 97.51 at the moment. So hopefully that information is helpful to you. Let's go back over here. Let's finish one Freeport McMoran rebounding, and JP Morgan maintained an overweight rating on Freeport McMoran, keeping the firm's recommendation unchanged. No price target or estimate changes were mentioned. So there we go, right here. Volume is at 4.78 million. Market cap is at 97.7 billion. And let's go one more. Here we go. I'm just curious what this one's doing too. Right here. Okay, right here. Actually, interesting. This one is correcting. I don't know why. It's curious. So Hecla Mining is correcting. Let's go one more. I want to see this one. Pan American Silver. Okay, this one. Oh yes, here we go. This one's also Pan American Silver is also doing the same. It's rebounding. Basically, it's following the strength of the dollar, strength of oil. Yeah. Here we go. So, and that's that. All right, let's go back. Another one I want to look at here. I've been asked a little bit about, let's see, Angel, thank you very much for the likes. For all of you who are watching and getting some kind of benefit, if you do enjoy this, it does help. I've been told, I'm not the algorithm engineer, but I have been told it does help a channel when you get likes, comments, and shares. So thank you very much for that. Here we are. We talked about, somebody asked me about SpaceX a little while ago. Let's go back here because SpaceX is basically combining XAI and Tesla as well. Not the same glasses. Braden Reese. Cool. Yeah. The blue light glasses, right? Yeah. Orange tint. They actually do help a bit. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. And all right, let's go back over here. We talked a bit about Tesla. Right over here. Let me ask you. Yeah. Let me give you an update right now. Hola. Yes, greetings. Hello, and welcome. Let me give you an update right now, a live update here on the S&P. S&P is sitting here at 6837.74. And right now the Nasdaq, a little update on that, 25,181.59. And the Dow right here, a little update, 48,103.23, and the VIX is sitting here at 18.88. Yeah, and again, this kind of represents the momentum behind the ceasefire rally, or the not so ceasefire. is cooling off while the tariff deadline is now about 24 hours away. And again, in today's broadcast, we're talking about some key points. And also there's additional data that I won't be sharing necessarily, specifically the detailed stress test analysis impact of the tariffs on various sectors and once they feel the effect. So if you want the downloadable version, I can get that to you. Just reach out and ask for that. Also, one of the things that we'll be talking about is the tariffs. The market finally starts to blink on that. And yeah, on April 11th, the 25% tariffs on Chinese goods will officially go into effect. And meanwhile, China's 84% retaliatory tariffs against the US have already been enforced for 48 hours. Yeah. So again, during yesterday's session, the market finally began to react to the tariffs a bit, but not with such a sharp plunge. Actually, it was interesting, but more of a sense of low volume hesitation, and already many container bookings by importers have already plummeted by about 70%. Yet the stock market continues to act as if there's not a whole lot amiss, right? So let me know, once the tariffs take effect, do you think the US companies will experience a sell the news rebound, or do you think it'll be more of a kick off a new round of declines? Let me know. Rebound, decline, what are your thoughts on that? Yeah. And also we'll also get more into energy again. For example, oil prices, like I just said, are sitting here at 97.39 and Brent's at 95.33. They have dipped slightly lower than they were yesterday. And there are now 13 days remaining in the, not so ceasefire deal. And I believe the market has already priced in about 95% of any ceasefire scenario that may or may not be true. The remaining 5% basically hinges on whether there are any unexpected surprises at the negotiating table on April 24th. And basically, I don't think there will be any surprises. Iran won't abandon its nuclear program, and the US will not lift its sanctions. So oil prices won't stay in the 90 to 95 range for very long. Yeah. So I'm going to wait until after April 24th, basically, before making any moves. Let me know, are you into energy or not? Give me a yes for energy, give me a no for no energy, if you want. Again, let's taking a look at Tesla, the inventory story, if you will. Tesla's around. Let's go here to Tesla. Here we go. Many people ask me about Tesla. Tesla's sitting here at 346.32. Slightly, slightly lower than yesterday. And JP Morgan's $145 price target is still on the table. And the data shows an inventory of over 190,000 vehicles, which remains unchanged. Yeah, let me take a look here at Tesla again. And here we go. Right here, as you can see, RSI sitting here at 34, basically. It keeps, you can see that slow downward trend right there. Same thing with the price chart right here, slowly downwardly. And look at this, even right now, it's at 345.9 right there. And let me know, do you think Tesla will drop below 300 before its earnings report? Type 1 if you think so, type no if you don't. And again, if you want the Tesla inventory trend chart and the production versus sales data for the past 4 quarters, let me know. I've compiled that into a PDF, and I can get that to you if you want, if it's something you're interested in. Yeah, but here we go. Right now, if you're looking at Tesla, right now the volume is sitting here at 13.96 million, and market cap is at 1.3 trillion. And a little update here on TradingView about Tesla. They plan a smaller, lower cost EV to boost volume amid weak demand with possible initial production in China. Yeah, there we go. And let me give you a couple patterns if I can before I move on. Here's your head, left, right, and again, there's your breakout going down. And let's go right over here. I'll give you a couple more before I move on. Sometimes these things are easy to find, sometimes they're not. Here's a couple again. So move this up right here. Bang, right here. Here's your head, left shoulder, right shoulder. Again, that one breaks out. Another one you can see right there. And let's keep going right over here. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, again, there are some patterns that happen a lot. Some of the other patterns don't happen as much. If you want more pattern information, feel free to just reach out and ask. If you're watching from TikTok, just send me a TikTok message. If you're on YouTube, you can also just send me a message. My contact details are there in the comments. Dun, dun, dun. And then right over here, yeah, there's that. And if you want more about the earnings or revenue or profits, that's fine too. Okay. Now that's Tesla. Let's go to another one that I get asked about a lot, which is NVIDIA. NVIDIA right here. Okay. The story of the HBM bottleneck. Yes. NVIDIA is sitting here at about 188.41, and the delay in SK Hynix's HBM4 production has already been priced in, but there's other variables to discuss, and one of them is helium. Yeah, so for example, right here, helium supplies have been cut off by 30% due to the conflict in the Middle East. Without helium, there are no semiconductors. Yes, the full impact of this issue may not become apparent until the end of Q2. So let me know, are you more concerned about the bottlenecks in AI hardware or the tariffs, etc.? Let me know, hardware or tariffs, which one is more of a concern to you? And let's see, Boy 111, greetings, hello, hello. Yes. Okay, so here we go. This is looking at NVIDIA right here. Dun, dun, dun. RSI, as you can see, it's rebounding. The same thing, NVIDIA is rebounding. It was sitting here at 165. Now it's up here at 188. Yes, that's a quick rebound. And RSI is at 60 right now. So it went from, RSI went from 34 to 60. And you can see that in the MACD as well, right there. Here we go. Look at the, I'll take a note here of the trade volume. The trade volume right now is at 43.23. Market cap is at 4.58 trillion. And again, just look at this rebound for all of you who are interested in NVIDIA. That's for you. Also, just to update here, CoreWeave's $21 billion Meta Cloud deal through 2032 will deploy NVIDIA's Vera Rubin AI platform as part of AI inference capacity provision. And what are they talking about? That's, where is it? Right here. That's Palantir. Yeah, this is the headline that they're talking about. CoreWeave agrees to $21 billion deal with Meta. Let me pull you down here. CoreWeave and Meta stocks continue to climb on Thursday after two companies inked an expanded partnership that will see CoreWeave supply Meta with AI compute capacity through 2032 for $21 billion. There's that. And having said that, let's take a look here at also CoreWeave right here. Let's see, Jimmy, yes, excellent question. And that's not an easy one to answer. It's a lot more complicated than it looks. I just simplify it right here. But send me a message and I'll get you some material after the live stream that'll explain it a lot in a very simple way. Okay. You can get my contact deals there in the comments. Just message me and I'll get you some simple explanations. Okay. Very good. All right. For those of you right here, CoreWeave, because CoreWeave is engaged also with NVIDIA and Meta, engages in the powers of the creation and delivery of intelligence that drives innovation. It offers solution used by organizations of all sizes that require sophisticated AI computing, from the largest enterprises to the small startups. Again, this is a little bit about CoreWeave right here. And yeah, they just inked the deal with Meta. You can see that right here. The RSI went from 37 up here to 68. And look at this price chart. It rebounded from 68. Now it's up here at 104. And look at this trade volume. Trade volume's at 38.5 right now. You can also see this reflected in the MACD right here. And market cap right now is at 54.81 billion. Again, that's a little bit about CoreWeave. And since we're talking about them, let's talk about, I just want to update you with Meta as well, because they also just rebounded right here. For example, Meta was down here at 22. Now they rebounded and they're back up here at 57 on the RSI. Look at the MACD, it reflects it as well. Again, right here it's 632. A very, very slight correction at the moment, but they just rebounded from 525 all the way up there to 626 right there. That's Meta and CoreWeave inked that deal. And yeah, how is that related to NVIDIA? Well, CoreWeave's $21 billion Meta deal will use NVIDIA's Vera Rubin AI platform as part of the AI inference capacity provision. So again, all these companies are all integrated with each other. And yeah, there's NVIDIA. If you want more information on NVIDIA, CoreWeave, or Meta, just simply reach out. Let's go to another one right here. Yeah, let's talk about, yeah. Now, let's looking here at the S&P right here, for example. Whether the S&P can hold on to the gains it had, or if it turns negative during the first hour of trading, it might suggest that investors are actively reducing their positions ahead of the tariffs taking effect. Yeah. And so companies, if you're looking at the retail sector, companies like Walmart and Target, those rely a lot on Chinese supply chains. So they may experience greater volatility today compared to the broader market. Yes. And yeah, KNT, greetings. And again, many of you ask, for example, about certain situations that you're in, certain companies that you're holding. You all have good questions, how to use different indicators, stuff like that. But again, it's all based on your personal strategy, your personal goals. And before I can offer you any meaningful advice, it actually takes a lot more analysis. So just reach out to me, send me a message if you want. Let me know what ticker symbols you're looking at, what sectors you're looking at, and we can talk about the details, and I'll respond after this stream. Yeah, and again, for example, I'm here every day, rain or shine, at 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. Sometimes it rains, sometimes it does shine. There's both. And again, turn on the notifications. That way if you don't, you'll always be one step behind the market. Also, for example, if you want, you can use today's passcode APR10PRE. Again, that will give you exclusive access to the analysis group. Again, send a message to the contact there. And I share a few extra thoughts in the group, for instance, the initial reaction to the tariffs and how that's going to affect today's market. And that'll all be available to the group members half an hour before it appears in the live stream. And again, if you want the Tesla inventory data spreadsheet and the tariff stress test PDF I talked about earlier, again, just feel free to message and reach out. Now, again, a couple of things I'm gonna finish up with here. For example, one of them right now is Amazon says the company could sell their own AI chips, raising the stakes for NVIDIA and AMD. So I thought we'd take a look here at Amazon as well, per the article right there. Okay, now looking here at Amazon, you can see this is another one that just really rebounded. They were at 199, and now look at this, bang! They're up here at 238.87. Again, looking at Amazon, look at this. They were recently down there at 23 on the RSI. Now they've rebounded all the way back up to 71, oversold on the RSI. You can see that also in the MACD as well. So yeah, this is quite the rebound. So if you're looking at Amazon, this one's for you. Yeah, very good. All right, and right here we go. Greetings, Dior, hello. Yes, everything U.S. news and U.S. headlines. We're looking at Amazon right now. What's good with you? Let me know. Feel free to send me a message. There we go. How long can it take for someone to be profitable? Yes, excellent question, Jor. I'm just about ready to finish up this stream. Send me a message and let me know what sectors you're looking at, because it always depends on what you're looking at and what your strategy is. That's not just a 2-second question and answer. Send me a message and I'll get back to you based on the information you give me, okay? So, yeah. Hello, big man. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the likes. And if you are benefiting from this, yeah, Jor, no problem. Thank you very much. If you are benefiting from this, I do appreciate the likes and the comments and the shares. Thank you very much. It does help the channel. Again, looking at Amazon because it just bounced back up. Yeah, AWS AI services exceed 15 billion annual run rate. Yeah. Here we go. And volume wise, right now you can see the volume is up right here. Bang. Volume is at 20.47 million. Market cap is at 2.57 trillion right now. Very interesting how Amazon's come a long way. Now let's go right over here. Here's another one I was going to share. That's Amazon talking about they could sell AI chips. And where's the other one? Palantir just plunged. If you're into Palantir, that's another interesting one. And right here, yeah, again, this is talking about Apple. Here's another one, leading global smartphone shipments in the first quarter. Where was it? Apple shipments in the first quarter growing 5% year on year, even though there's a memory shortage. I thought we would take a look at Apple right here. Right here, yeah. Here we are. And also Apple, again, you can see they're also rebounding. You can see that in the RSI, sitting at 57 right now. And also in their price chart, they're at 261.88 right now. And volume is at 6.72 million. And market cap is at 3.84 trillion right there. And let's see. Yeah, let me pull out a couple more of these. See if I can get a couple chart patterns for you right here before I sign off. Again, right here, you can zoom in and zoom out on this. There's your couple head and shoulders right there. Again, I don't make the names, I just find the patterns. There it is right there. A couple of those. Yeah, just to show you right there. There's many more chart patterns if you want. Let me know if you're interested in those. And again, let's see. Here we are. Held ED. This is Apple. We were looking at Apple at the moment, and then also just before that, held ED. I was showing you Amazon, because if you don't know about Amazon, they just rebounded a bunch. Here, there's held ED. There's Amazon, and again, I appreciate all the questions. Let me know. Send me a message if you had something that was you were asking about certain strategies and certain ways to get started and certain things you're looking at. Again, a lot of those, they take time and I can't analyze them in the middle of a stream, but send me a message and I'll get back to you afterwards. And again, to all those who joined on, happy Friday. Thanks for the dialogue. Thanks for the discussions, and stay well. Have a good weekend.